Hi guys, welcome back to Classic Corporate. My name is Tendai and I will be talking to you today about reinventing failure. So before we get into all that, I had a couple of questions on the last video about the frequency of the videos and the topics that we're going to cover. So the topics I've been thinking of covering are work advice, corporate etiquette, and also some motivational bits in there. But feel free to contribute anywhere where you feel like I haven't covered anything. So I felt like I should do this video because I had a personal experience with failure quite recently. I kind of felt like the general connotations surrounding failure are quite negative. And I did a bit of reading myself, just to see other people who've experienced failure and, how you can turn that around and reinvent it to make it something that is actually a positive thing. With regards to my experience, I was in my first year of university after my gap year. I spent my gap year at KPMG in Manchester, which was really good year. So yeah, during my first year, it was very challenging in terms of really finding my personal path and really understanding what it was that I wanted to do with my life. And the result of that was that I ended up failing two monster modules, in my opinion. Anyway, when I failed those two subjects, I was really disappointed. I'm one of those people who likes to keep high standards, and hence, that wasn't what I wanted at all. But I realized for me, it was a really good opportunity to gather myself together, but also think about what it was that I wanted to do and how I can inspire myself again to do the best and bring out the best within myself. So, first of all, the emotions. A lot of people look at this like it's a really negative thing, and it makes sense because it doesn't feel nice when you failed. What that disappointment that you feel highlights is, one, that you have higher standards for yourself, and two, the fact that if you care about something, it's something which you should probably stick with. So first year, I wasn't really sure, university, but the way I felt made me realize that I wanted to do well in my academics. Number two, it's a really good evaluation point. So with all evaluation points, you recognize the problem, you find a solution and execute. And in particular with me, what I had to do was assess why within this whole year I'd been studying, but at the end of it, I hadn't produced the results I wanted. The key was a difference in my revision technique, which is something that I've now implemented. Number three, it really builds resilience. So when you have a fear of failing and you feel like, not achieving this grade or not making this much money at a certain point is rock bottom, when you actually hit that rock bottom and you realize the world hasn't crumbled in your hands, that builds a really strong backbone. So with failure, what you can take from that, as long as you're willing to change, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Number four, it strips away the inessentials. So I was reading recently a blog post about J.K. Rowling where she talked about her failures and how they helped build her authenticity. So in the context of my situation, I used to like maths and stats a lot when I was younger. As I've been growing up, I feel like my interests have been evolving, and I can kind of see now how that contributed to my lack of success at the end of the year. So what I decided to do is focus more on the things which I care about and the things which I'm good at. But that didn't mean that I had to give up other areas of interest, such as photography and media. Instead, what I chose to do is allow my friends and peers who had skill sets in those areas to help me. In the good words of John Wooden, failure isn't fatal, but the failure to change might be. Everyone fails at some point, but the key thing is to change your perspective so that it doesn't inhibit you, but it actually fuels your progress. In summary, the next time you run into failure, learn from it. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe, and I shall catch you on the next video. Bye!